Hello viewers and subscribers, and welcome back again. Nigerians, especially the obedient Nigerians, this video is for you. And you have to take it serious. Share it to everyone, because any small thing that happens, they try to victimize the Southeasterners. When the obedient movement started, they call it the Igbos and the rest of them, because P2B is from the Southeast. Every time they try to gaslight or drag P2B into their ethnic mud, trying to drag P2B down to their level of dirty politics of ethnicity and religious bigotry. I'm not going to say this because I've been saying it over the time, but it is good you hear it from someone that is not from Igbo. He has the historical record, which we've been saying all this while. Listen to this young man.
Caesar, I'm extremely disappointed at David Umahi. Those are the kinds of statements I don't expect to hear from a senior government official. And, you know, he's a man I tend to respect, you know, because he's a hard-working individual. And, you know, he knows his onions when it comes to engineering and Ministry of Works and roads constructions and things like that. So I have a lot of respect for him. But particularly I felt offended by that statement, because I've said it on this program severally. I detest the dog whistling of an entire ethnic group in Nigeria. And let's call a spade what it is. It's becoming one too many that we want to consistently and continuously scapegoat the Igbo ethnic tribe in Nigeria, and it's unacceptable. It is unacceptable because there is a history of violence targeted at that group since 1953 in our country. Listen, Caesar, a meeting was held in Lagos, not necessarily a meeting, in Parliament. Anthony Nahoro moved a motion for the independence of Nigeria. The North opposed that motion, and at the train station, when they were going back to their constituency, they met a crowd that was essentially mocking them. They got back to the North. Chief Akintola led a tour across the North, you know, to campaign essentially for the independence, to rally the North in support of Nigerian independence. Guess what happened after that? Riots broke out in northern parts of Nigeria, particularly in Kano, where over 240 Igbos were massacred. Were they the ones that demanded for Nigeria to have an independence at that time? In 1966, particularly in May, months before the Civil War happened, thousands of them were massacred across northern cities, and they had to flee to the east for safety, because thousands of them were indiscriminately killed for what they knew nothing about, right? So let's not even talk about the Civil War and the hundreds of thousands that were massacred, and the fact that after 1970, this entire ethnic group had to start from the scratch again to begin to build their lives. And Caesar, look at what they have done since 1970. A group that left or started from nothing, went to Bauchi, went to Kano, went to Meduguri, went to Akure, went to Ogun State, and look what they have built in 40 years of hard work, grit, and no support from the federal government. Look what they have done from themselves. But what we consistently and continuously do is to signal hatred and violence against the group, and this thing has to stop. We can't continue a country. Listen, if you don't want a group of people to be a part, let them go then. I don't understand this. Every turn, there has to be an excuse to single out an ethnic group. I give you a typical example. Just like the past elections, I heard people telling, how can the Obi, for instance, have scored 98% in certain states in the north? How can he have scored 90%? Muhammadu Buhari, under a PDP-led federal government, scored over 90% votes in 4 northern states. Go and check the results in Katsina. Go and check the results in Bauchi. Go and check the results in Jigawa. He scored over 90% in those states under the leadership of the PDP as a federal government. So it was okay for Buhari to score over 90% in his own core constituency, but something utterly went wrong when Obi did it in the southeast. This ethnic group have always been part of a nationalist political party and never really have ever built a regional movement. All the times they have supported a political party have been national political parties, right from the NCNC.
Yeah, sure.
They have a stakeholder in the PDP. They don't have a regional party in the sense that we had ACN in the southwest, in the sense that they had AMPP in the north. They did not have the behemoth of a regional political party. So where is all this hate coming from? Where is all this hate coming from? They tell you now, for instance, that they have a rabid mob who are harassing people on the internet because their candidate lost. We have very short memories. In 2011, a candidate lost in this country and over 800 people were massacred in violence in the north. I so know this because I personally saved 11 core members and were hidden in my father's hotel in Kano. So what are we saying? 800 people were massacred because of the ambition of somebody in this country. And suddenly we are losing our minds because we are saying people are insulting you online and they're a rabid mob. Let us stop this. Let us stop this ethnic dog whistling. Let us stop this ethnic baiting. And this thing should not continue. We are one people, one country.
And that is the truth. We will not continue to be victims of Nigeria. Despite the fact that those who are not even Igbos are also victims of this country. The only people that are exceptional in the problem of this country are the real cause of the problem, who are your political class, and they are drawn from across board. There is only one ethnicity for them, the political class. There is only one religious affiliation for them, the political class. There is only one belief and political party driving each of them, and that is the political party of impunity and corruption, which B2B vowed to dismantle. And the obedient movement became a threat and a tsunami against it. That's why all this conspiracy is happening. That's why they want to tag every meaningful effort for the Nigerian people to fix their problem. They tag it and hang it on the neck of my people. And always will continue being victim. That's why the bad governance, hardship protests, we said we are not going to be part of it. Let the rest of Nigerians stand in the front. Then we go to follow for back. Because that is the truth.